The World Financial Group Continental Cup has been spinning along here in Cowboy Town. This afternoon, the Canadian women showed just how talented they are, sweeping the singles competition. The European men, well, they fought back, picking up points in each game. The red and whites lead, now 6. It's for the tie and a split points. Oh, are you kidding me? Tonight, David Murdoch looks to rebound after a forgettable first night. He takes on the reigning Olympic gold medalist, Brad Jacobs. So, get your groove on. Draw 6 is next. It's gotten a lot milder. It's been nicer this evening than it was today. We're up to around -3, and it's supposed to be milder through the weekend here in Calgary. We started this morning our second day of the Continental Cup with team matches, and then this afternoon we did the singles, and they were almost split down the middle. Now tonight, more team matches, and each of these matches is worth 1 point in that race to 30.5. Canada with a 6-point lead over Europe. Make a note that on Sunday it's all about the skins, and that's where a lot of the points will be won or lost. Tonight we continue with the team play. 18 points available there through the first 2 days. As on this Friday night we say hello Canada, welcome back to our continuing coverage. Continental Cup from Calgary and Canada Olympic Park. Cheryl and Russ alongside. So it is a rematch of Sochi as Jacobs plays Murdoch. Murdoch losing, winning the silver medal, but not looking like a silver medalist right here.
It really isn't. It's puzzling. It really is a bit of a mystery. David draws the pin to win his singles game this afternoon. Couldn't draw the rings yesterday. So what's going to happen with David Murdoch's draw weight? I'm sure it's going to go back. I've always said he's been the best finesse player in the country. Certainly wasn't yesterday. We'll see what happens. So I think you're going to see a little more defensive game. The 3 players with Murdoch like to hit. Hits have to be soft enough, Vic, so they hang around. So Jacobs has some tough ones.
You would think that the scouting is pretty good in curling now, and that Jacobs knows his problems, Murdoch's problems, and might want to take advantage.
Yeah, and if Jacobs hasn't noted it, the team coaches will have. And so the game plan will be to shut down the forefoot area and make Murdoch's draws all that much tougher. The other thing for Jacobs' team is to control the front. And if things get messy, use Ryan Fry's great run back ability to bail.
The game plan is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. It's Sochi revisited. Jacobs against Murdoch when we come back.
The 2015 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. The 2015 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Frozen food at its best by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
From the boarding outside, we welcome you inside. These are the other games on the ice. In team play, Anna Sidorova from Moscow against Rachel Homan, 2-time Canadian champion. Both have done well in team play. Sidorova was a winner over Val Sweeting. Homan beat Sigfridsson of Sweden. Nicholas Edin dropped his team game to Brad Jacobs. John Morris, who will be Team Canada at the Tim Hortons Brier here in Calgary in a couple of months now, was a winner over Thomas Ilsrud. It's time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. They curl out of the Lockerbie Curling Club in Scotland, skipped by 36-year-old David Murdoch, the silver medal winner in Sochi, 2-time world champion. with Michael Goodfellow, Scott Andrews, and Greg Drummond. The Olympic gold medal winners from Sochi, Brad Jacobs out of the Sioux Curlers Association in Sault Ste. Marie, with the Brush brothers, EJ and Ryan Harnden and Ryan Fry at third. Murdoch will play the yellow, Jacobs will play the red, and Brad Jacobs with the early advantage as he wins the draw to the button, and so he will have the last rock. He'll have the hammer in this first end of play. It is a 6-point lead for Canada over Europe on this Friday night. Murdoch has the brush down, and we're ready to get it going. Team play from the Continental Cup, and this is Michael Goodfellow.
We all like to remember our victories, but you definitely remember our losses. I always did. And David Murdoch will never forget, even though he won a silver medal, which is unbelievably fantastic. There's a grudge match here to knock off Bradley Jacobs.
Good, Mike.
I think we'll see a different David Murdoch. He just couldn't find the paint. It was his first game too, and David's been over here a lot. He's used to the big swing, but that sheet C, there's a couple spots are quicker than others, and he did go down the slow side on the 2 times he missed.
Yep. Clean. Yep. Just clean.
Well, there's no doubt that David Murdoch has the credentials when you consider the World Championships and 3 appearances at the Olympics. As we say, good evening, Kathy Gauthier.
Hi, Vic. And Russ, I did talk to David about that draw weight and the challenges the other night. He said that he really felt in hindsight that they didn't do a very good job of picking up on a stone that was a problem. They hadn't played all day, and so he excused maybe a bad throw. But when they didn't sweep the last one out of his hand and it didn't make the paint, they chalked that up to their mistake. He made both of his draws today. He was on this sheet for singles. He is throwing the 1 and 2 stone. That's what Margareta Sigfridsson threw against Jennifer Jones. Made a lot of shots. He feels that confidence from this afternoon is going to serve him well tonight.
You know, you thought that. You both did. As soon as it didn't make the rings, and I know that you both said it has to be the stone. And it turns out it was.
Yeah, and I think at this level, when you're at this level, to miss the rings completely, it just doesn't happen. And there's times when you maybe aren't sure that it's a rock, but just get rid of it for your skipper and give him a new one.
Yeah, we counted 4 times in a row he was light with that same puck, and the brushers, as Kathy's dead on, they didn't do anything for the first 10 feet, so they didn't think it was a bad throw. It happens. It really does. It's a difficult thing to match rocks. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be confident with yourself that sometimes it's not the, you try to throw the same speed in practice every time, but you blame yourself sometimes and say, oh, I guess I just didn't throw it hard enough. Well, maybe you did.
Well, and then maybe it's the communication too with the sweepers need to come back and also say, we weren't on that right away, and we thought it was okay out of your hand. And so those kind of things have to happen out in the ice.
Clean. Yep. Great. Good.
We've talked for the last couple of days how fun this event is, but as much as it's fun, everybody's out there and they want to win. So, you're trying to, you're out there relaxed, you're having a good time, but you're also trying to play at your best, and that's a little trickier than normal.
Well, and if you're just joining us for the first time, there is that added dynamic that you're not just playing for your team. You're 4 guys from Lockerbie. You're playing for the bigger team, which is Europe, as Jacobs is playing for Team Canada. And there's the added pressure of that.
Further away from center.
Oh, no question about it, Vic. It's just different. It's a different type of pressure. The last thing you wanted, you saw Val Sweeting lose her first game. You could see it in her eyes. It was like, oh no, she's such a nice girl, nice team, and you just don't want to let the whole squad down, let alone that Maple Leaf in your back. And she bounced back beautifully.
Oh, she did. And the other unique thing about this event is you're playing with your rivals. Val Sweeting's playing with Rachel Homan and with Jennifer Jones, and so that's an interesting dynamic as well.
Control. Yeah, control.
Val Sweeting having the evening off.
Good.
Pretty cautious end here by Jacobs. They normally would throw a corner guard in that first end, but that very first draw dropped right on the lid, so they elected otherwise.
Clean.
Could simply be the fact that Murdoch, the opposition's played this sheet, so Brad would like to get a feel for it first.
Well, if this keeps going and they, I mean, if they exchange stones here with Greg Drummond, this will be
Same
half
way.
in the 8-foot. Would you
Yep.
risk doing anything with it or just wait?
Yeah, it would be too dangerous, I think, Vic. It's, you know, it's such a short run back for such a good hitting team. It wouldn't be worth it.
Okay.
Good, Greg. Oh, that's good.
I was having such a good day.
Yeah.
Till that moment.
Clean. Clean.
Nope.
No, not a chance.
Well, Brad's pretty happy to walk away from this end with a blank.
Good.
Shot.
Shot, right.
I ate that.
Shot.
You don't.
I ate that.
That was me.
I don't question what you're saying, but don't you as a team, as a skip, want to get out and get going right away? And I understand you don't want to force something when it's not there.
Right.
But aren't you itching to use that last rock to make something happen with it?
You are, but you itch more in the even ends, I think. You know, you try to really look at the ends that you're playing in and force it in those ends.
Very good. So in the second, he'll try and scratch that itch.
He will.
Okay. There we go. All right, we'll keep our eye out for
Didn't do
that.
much, huh? Didn't do much. Came down off the hill touch.
I was pretty positive, but it came down here.
Good man.
Wonderful technique out of Brad Jacobs here.
Heel.
I talk about the bent throwing arm. When they first started the no lift delivery, everybody had a very stiff throwing arm, very straight, very rigid. You had to put the turn on almost with your wrist. Invariably, you were narrow on the intern.
Careless way,
Yeah.
And I think that flex also in draws gives you that little extra feel with draw weight.
Control.
Same way.
Whoa.
Nice soft weight here by David. This is what you like to see.
Hard. Yep.
Good.
So up and down the sheet. And a chance now for Brad Jacobs with his last, looking for the blank in one.
Yep.
Just a dust from the Brush brothers, and out the side it goes. So a blank on the board here in one. Jacobs, Team Canada will take the last rock to the second, and will look for the scratch. Friday night, team play, first update. Nicholas Edin from Karlstad against John Morris out of the Glencoe Club, and Morris has him in some trouble, sitting 1-2, possibly 3.
I think it is 3. Nicholas was a little bit light on his first stone on the in-turn, and John didn't make any mistake, went to the out-turn side, capped off the top of the 4-foot, so needs to go around a stone in the top of the 4-foot to get to the lid.
Nicholas Edin, the bronze medal winner from Sochi, completely new team now, having picked up Oscar Eriksson. And little tap back, has to move it a bunch though, and will not, so it'll be a steal of 1 for John Morris. 4 days of coverage from this beautiful Mark and McPhail Center here at Canada Olympic Park. Brad Jacobs will take that last rock. He has the hammer, the red stones into the second after the blank in 1. First stone from Murdoch's team went center line, top 4. Up went the corner, covering the 8 from Jacobs, and now the covering stone by the lead, Michael Goodfellow.
Thanks, Speed.
I'd say.
Rachel Holman on the ice against Anna Sidorova, and they blanked the first. Holman with last rock in 2.
Clean. Rub. Yep.
Just line.
Rub.
Just line.
Rub. Lots of line.
Never
Lots of
line. Todd's.
Back.
All right, well, that's
Through? Yeah, through.
Through isn't good because the line isn't good.
Sit. Sit.
Wow. Okay. And through it goes.
Okay.
Through it goes.
You can look so bad with just a pound extra weight because the break point becomes so late. It's almost after the rock you're trying to hit. You end up being a foot wide.
Yeah, you haven't thrown it as bad as it looks.
Right. It
out
looks
there.
like you're a foot wide, and you might not have been wide at all.
One. Yep. One.
Scott Andrews.
Whoa, line's good.
Line's good,
That's
guys.
the one thing you learn playing
Line
on this
feel good.
arena is how weight sensitive it is. I think it's a great training tool to learn how to throw that down weight, and your draws have to be thrown to the sweepers.
So there. Okay, Scott. Out of right. Good. Take the double peel.
Just like birds on a wire. Shot stone
You know, I'm
top
almost
four
thinking make the
belonging to
double peel and
Murdoch
do that.
without last rock.
You're just going to go into this and stay here.
That's fine. It's offset.
Murdoch trying really hard for as much separation as he can get with those guards because this Jacobs team is so great at these run backs and doubles.
EJ and Ryan for sure. Well, Brad too, and the speed EJ can generate with a no-lift delivery. It's unbelievable. This thing's just flying.
Whoa.
Bang, bang, and by, and opens it up. Leaves his shooter out in front, just off center line. But as you suggested, that works to their advantage. That's the control zone. Those are the stones that they'll run back.
Exactly. That's what they'll use, and that's what we talked about in the opening, that as long as you keep some rocks out front and they're not overlapped, you've always got Ryan or Brad as well to run that stuff back in if you get in trouble.
Line's a hair tighter. Tighter line.
A little bit farther than last one.
Pretty good guard there. It's not that far off the center line. You could kind of half around this thing.
Yep.
Whoa.
Need over curl.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay. Tighter. Oh, make the double peel.
Brad, look at this. You could
You
hit
like
the,
trying?
there it goes. Talk about red, yellow first. And the thrown rock might even slide in the rings.
Should be able to go through.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Knowing your angles
Probably
here.
this.
What am I playing?
This. You got to get rid of that.
When they change their mind, they're going to get rid of. They're more worried about that center guard. So hit the center one thin onto the red, probably onto the other red. And this is almost around the horn, Vic, if he gets this right. The thrown one could go backwards.
Whoa.
A little thick.
And now he'll leave the shooter
Hey,
there.
good throw. Nice toss, Siege.
He won't be happy with that one. He hit it a lot thinner than he wanted to.
Good toss.
I should be close.
He hit it thinner, though, Russ, but, I mean, he got the good throw there, and Jacob saying good toss. So they liked it out of his hand. It just didn't finish well.
Yeah, and that's all he was really saying is he said, even though it didn't work out quite the way they wanted, he said good throw. So in other words, maybe the broom was in the wrong spot. It's only the second end. Brad was just guessing a little bit, but yeah, he would have loved to clean that center line path out. Now it gives Murdoch a chance to hook one around again.
Just here. Line's good.
Line's good.
Yeah, maybe just past that. Just past it. No.
Might leave a hole.
Okay.
Now they're staggered a little bit, Cheryl.
But an easy double peel for Brad's team. Just there's no separation with them, and that's what you're going to have to do is if you're Murdoch is keep the separation on those guards. But it was over curling on
I
him.
thought David would put that top 12 or closer to the rings, keep some separation, as you're saying.
Yep. Whoa.
Ryan Fry.
Nope.
Now that center line is wide open. Well, you sometimes really do. Maybe it's too simple to say, but you really do have to be patient. You have to work at it and work at it and work at it until you finally clean it up.
Yeah, for sure. And to Cheryl's opening, Mr. Fry, we watched him do it all last year. He cleans up a lot of those messes. It's difficult for Murdoch in this case to steal, even though he had at one point he had two guards on a perfect rock on the button. It's just so easy to make those double peels with these rocks.
And I think a lot of these teams have learned to wait a little longer to go for their deuce. So instead of starting to look for their deuce on second stones, they're keeping the front open, and then going maybe with thirds last. It just is less risk of giving up a steal.
Okay. 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 All right. Roll a hair.
But that's dependent too on situation, right? I mean, if you're given that opportunity, you're not going to waste it. You're going to go after it.
No, you will. Put the pressure on and make them chase you. You're right.
Whoa, whoa, guys, whoa.
Again.
Other way.
Whoa.
Other way.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
One more time for Frey, and he'll run it back and get them both.
Ryan makes 4 go away, 2 guards, 2 in the rings, and nearly puts that red thing in the corner.
Yeah, it is.
Could have rolled in maybe.
Maybe.
We saw the Canada team cheering on the bench. That's one of the unique things is they don't get to go rest when they're not playing. This is a long event for these players. They're either playing or they're on the bench cheering for the big team.
Virtually every national or international competition, you only play 2 games, and here you're here for 3. You might not be on the ice all the time, but it's still difficult to relax.
Well, in fact, that also, I think, added to David Murdoch's problem. He didn't play until last evening, so our first draw was at 8:30 in the morning. You're on the bench. You're not playing.
Got a better room.
Then you're not playing in the mixed doubles until he played in the evening, so there was really nothing for him to get himself going.
No, good point, Vic. And the problem with that is we would go to Spiels even a little bit late, so we didn't sit around too long. As a curler, the last thing, you come to curl, the last thing you want to do is sit around and watch.
Almost like you're going to the local club and just getting out of the car and stepping onto the ice.
Yeah. No, we'll play this. We'll play this.
Okay.
Another error by David.
I think just even if you're here, Brad's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely the slow spot in the building. David took edge of the 4. There would not have been any practice rocks there. Everybody goes out the middle 12 to draw the button path. But it's David Murdoch. He's been in this situation a million times. There's no reason why he can't figure that out.
Maybe a hair positive, but not much.
Think that's too much ice?
I think you could go edge of 4.
Yeah, I think we should.
Score, Brad.
Suddenly an end that looked so promising for a steal. You could give up a deuce here. That's a nice guard to go around.
Go ahead.
You'll hear EJ every once in a while. It would drive me insane,
line,
but
good line.
he'll say, give it a hair, give it a hair, before Brad lets it go.
Curl, guys, got to curl. Got to curl. Just for weight. Got to
Ryan
curl.
Harnett on the left, DJ on the right.
EJ in. Here it goes.
Yep.
Yep.
Here it goes.
Yep. Good breath.
Good judgment again by the Brush brothers.
Took its time.
I'm with you, Russ. I couldn't do that or hear that. Over the years, though, I've seen the odd player that their sweepers will tell them, you know, pull back or add a little.
Wow.
It's unique.
It's top 4 weight. Yeah. It's top 4, eh? Oh.
Oh, this is, you couldn't have laid that in a better spot. It's high enough in the rings. If that made the tee line, David's freeze would be a lot easier, but how do you freeze to the corner of this and be
Then
shot
like
rock?
the good edges, eh?
Yeah.
And how do you get around it and be buried?
Well, this is a tough shot when you have draw weight. When you've been struggling with it, looks pretty difficult.
T-line. Line's okay.
Line only.
We go
Final
here.
stone for David Murdoch.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Jacob sitting the one covered.
Line only.
Top of the
Don't want to for 1.
8 foot.
On the corner. Yep. Got to go for that.
for weight.
Oh, we got to freeze it. We got to freeze it now.
Oh, and he'll bump and roll off.
Shot. We're shot. Yeah.
Well, they lost that completely.
Straight draw.
Yeah, had to be shot rock.
And they believe they are.
Shot by a lot.
Same weight.
Yeah.
I think that same weight's good.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty tough yellow one to remove if they'd been shot rock. Move that another
Same
half
weight,
an
too.
inch.
Let's go, Brad.
This is the shot Brad threw to the draw of the button, so they'll know this for sure. A little quicker than the path that those last two rocks came down.
That's a little heavy to me.
Line's good.
A little hot out of his hand, he thinks.
Only if it's light. Yeah.
So more of
Only
a
if it's
dusting
light.
from
Line's really good.
the Harndens. Bite the
Line.
red for
Line's
2.
good.
It's real good.
Line's good.
No, we can't. Weight's real good. Weight's real good.
Great
Attaboy.
shot, Brad.
Attaboy, Brad.
Boy, just leave these.
And to the button.
Not even close. Good job.
Greg Drummond has another look. One more time, kicks him away. It's a 2 for Jacobs, 2 for Canada. Quick, I've got a question for you. Who's the oldest player at this year's Continental Cup? It's not an easy answer as it has been in the past. For the first time since 2006, Kevin Martin, Glenn Howard, Jeff Stoughton are all not here. And no offense to you fellows, but that makes it difficult to know who holds the title of Elder Statesman. Team Canada has an average age of just 31 years of age, and nearly half of the team members are still in their 20s. Team Europe, even younger, average just 29 years of age. 2/3 of their squad, a full 16 players, they're still 20-something. And so who is the most veteran player at this year's Continental Cup? Well, that honor goes to the current world champion, 43-year-old Thomas Ulsrud, who hardly looks his age. There has been a definite youth movement in curling the last couple of years. That trend has continued with Generation Next here in Calgary. I'm surprised he's not falling asleep. Thomas Ulsrud just nodding off. Yeah, it's hard to believe. The oldest team here is Team Morris with an average age of 36.8, and the youngest team here is Team Sidorova from Moscow at 24.3. It just makes us feel old. Welcome back. Taking advantage again of a David Murdoch, the mystery draw weight of David Murdoch. And scoring 2, Jacobs has the lead as we go to the third. Murdoch will have last rock playing the Yellow Stones.
It's an awful feeling as a skip to be struggling with your draw weight. You just think your game plan goes out the window and you have to call such a different game because you don't know if you can draw the forefoot or not to bail yourself out of trouble.
Yeah, and instead of feeling it, right, we used to say you got to smell the draw weight, you got to feel it, you got to be there, feel the pebble, feel the speed, the sound. You start overreacting. It's like, well, but next time I better be heavy, you know, and you can't play that way. David was going down a slower path. He might have just guessed wrong, but he's better than that.
Oh, for sure.
Or even.
Well, John Morris with a 1-0 lead over Nicholas Adine, and again more pressure. 1, 2, 3 is facing Adine, and what's he playing?
Well, he's playing a triple. He's got to draw, Vic. All he needs to do is draw to the lid. That sounds crazy, all he's got to do, but it's a lot higher percentage. He tried to double on his first, missed.
Wow. Steal 3. I mean, it's, I don't know, we're talking about it up here, Kathy, but it's not even that drawing the lid. It's lid to get your single. It's bite the 4 to cut him down. You'd think he could draw that.
It's shot selection, I think, is the issue.
So a 4-0 lead for John Morris.
Oh, never. Lead. Try.
It's been a bit of a story, you know. David, we talked about his struggles. He played well in the singles, but he certainly played awful last night. And Nicholas is the same way. He's lost half a point in the singles, but he's lost, you know, with his round robin game, and he's not looking good here either.
No, he lost to Brad Jacobs.
Yep.
Now,
lost mixed doubles. He lost. He's the type of guy you'd Pale Lindholm would count on for some points.
Exactly, and you know you're going to have games like that where you do struggle. Your team and yourself needs to find out ways to get you back in that game. What are the key points to talk about? What can you do to help your player get that draw weight back or that feel?
What? Ooh,
he just touched it. Ryan Fry. So this is what Murdoch's going to face, huh? He just gave up a deuce, and they're going to run him.
Yeah, and again, 8 ends. There's something about that 8 ends. It's just you're that much closer to the finish line. In this case, after the blank, can Murdoch beat Jacob by 3 in a 6-end game? And when you start hitting like Ryan Fry, there's just so few opportunities to get those deuces.
Control.
Yep. Wait.
And it's so difficult too, Cheryl, when you try to come into the rings to play the game, to play freezes, because even if you do make it perfectly, the way they can throw it.
Exactly, and you know, I notice it a lot more with the men's games than with the women's games, because the men can throw so much more weight that freezes, they have to be absolutely perfect. The women's game, you'll see some freezes made that maybe aren't as perfect, but the women can't throw quite the weight to remove the rocks.
Shot. Shoot it.
David Murdoch looks like he's made this decision now. Let's just get out of this and we'll try again.
David is an extremely patient curler. He played a lot of games years ago when there was much more hitting than there is now, and he's not afraid to run him up and down. He can try in the 4th end.
No. Good.
Wait. I'll just keep it.
Last thing you want to do is throw a poorly thrown freeze here and allow Jacobs to sit 2, and you cannot blank the end.
Yep. Well, clean.
Just clean. Just clean.
It's a nice sheet, this sheet, eh? There doesn't seem to be any runs or any big snaps. C seems to be the trickiest one.
It has been. The ice has been great. They've been getting great curl.
Right?
Just there's been a couple of streaky spots on sheet C that they're not getting quite the same amount of curl.
And I love that. I think that's great. It allows the skips to outthink each other and get the broom in the right spot the quickest.
Control.
Yeah, control. Whoa. Clean. Just clean. Oh. That's clean. Yep.
David Murdoch.
Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Very quickly now. We're running through this 3rd.
Good.
One women's game on the ice, and Anna Sidorova from Moscow with a steal of 1 in the 2nd against Rachel Homan. So again, all these games are worth 1 point towards the winning total of 30.5 points.
Gotta go.
Canada coming in leading by 12-6 over Europe. And right now they're leading in 2. Canada trailing in 1.
Soft. Yeah.
Anna Sidorova is really having a breakout year, in my opinion, Vic. They talked to Roger Schmidt earlier, you and I did, and he's coaching the team now, and he said at the Europeans, every player was 5% higher than anybody else at their position. They walked through until the final and had the final one until they gave up a bad 7th and 8th end. But they're going to be tough.
Through it goes. A blank. No, that's not very good. What kind of selfie is that? How's that? Smile. That's better. So many of the members of the Canadian team will be in Banff a week from tonight. It all starts. The 2015 Pinty's All-Star Curling Skins game. Our coverage begins at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. We'll see the likes of Rachel Homan, Val Sweeting, John Morris, Kevin Cooey, Jennifer Jones, Brad Jacobs, Mike McEwen. That's the Pinty's All-Star Curling Skins game from the beautiful Fenlands Banff Recreation Center a week from tonight. So 2 blanks in 3 ends The only deuce coming in that second by Brad Jacobs with last rock. Hammer again belongs to Team Europe and David
Good line,
Murdoch out of
bit.
Lockerbie, Scotland.
Line's good. Line's good. Nice and tight. Sweep for tight. Line's good. Yep. Yep.
Keep her going, boys.
Yep.
You got her. Keep her going.
Yep.
Hard, boys.
Hard.
Whoa. Good sweep, guys. Oh, boy.
Wouldn't you just once like to have those brushers for you? Just one shot.
You know, playing mixed, that was an eye-opener for me to even have a one male sweeping your rock. You just, you'd call on the sweep and the rock would back up and you'd realize, okay, this is a big difference.
That didn't look like it would ever travel that far to end up curling enough.
Back four. Yep.
Tricky little tap back here.
Yep.
Waist good.
Hard. Hard line. Hard line.
Big brush by
Hard, boys.
Drummond and Andrews.
Okay.
Might get that yellow one in. No.
Okay.
Hey, Mick.
Doesn't quite spin to bite.
Help me a little bit. Good weight.
It's not so bad for Murdoch. They want rocks out front, so they've got a little bit of stuff going.
Where'd you have?
I had more. You had more than that? Curling hard.
Okay. That's all there.
That's good. Curl by itself.
E.J. Harnden.
Lots of line.
Halfway. Tight.
Tons of line. You're slid pretty good, right?
What?
Clean.
You're slid pretty good.
Yeah, we can wait till the end.
Not
Needs
in.
to curl a bit.
Now we're tight.
Pete.
Yep.
Line's good. Yep.
Hard. Go.
Boy, they almost dragged it to cover it perfectly. And just a corner peeking out.
You talk about their sweeping and their fitness level. I think that's what the funding and the sponsors and the Olympic funding have allowed a lot of these players to do, is to maybe not work full time and to get to the gym and improve the fitness level, which moves the game up as well.
Professional trainers to help them along. Yeah, absolutely. No question, it's a huge difference. Gonna go red and hang around.
Oh, slides underneath.
Bit of a contrasting sweeping styles with these two teams. The Murdoch team doesn't have nearly the downward pressure, obviously, of the Harndens, for instance, or even Ryan for that matter, but they're quicker.
Clean.
Right.
And
Clean.
you and I probably can't answer that question.
Little tighter.
But nobody's ever figured out what's better. Like you look at
Might over curl. Yep.
Ryan Harnden here, very much, so much power, but a lot slower stroke than you see from the European team.
No pick.
Yeah, I don't know if you and I should be talking about sweeping a bit.
Yeah, well, even that tires me out.
That grab? That grab?
Just talking about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
And watching them, that's difficult too.
Goodness.
How was that in the broom there?
It's got it going ahead.
Yeah.
Nice spotter.
You never got tired brushing, did you, Kathy?
Well, not as much as listening to you guys talk about sweeping, I'll tell you that much. The latest studies have shown this year that, in fact, it is the pressure that you apply to the head of the broom that is has more impact than the speed that you're going back and forth. So the pressure that you will see from a Ryan Harnden on the brush is making a bigger difference than somebody going back and forward really fast without the pressure that he has.
Okay, so Kathy, that's why we're seeing so many brushers now get so low, hands just above the head of the brush?
Yes.
Okay.
You should do that next time, Kathy.
That's what I like.
Check in on Anna Sidorova against Rachel Holman after they stole one in the second. And Sidorova's sitting 1-2 that I can see.
Yes, it is too. On her first one, Rachel ran back a Russian stone to try to remove the stone off the lid. She made contact, ran it back, but stuffed it. And that's the stone that's at the edge of the floor. And on her final stone, Sidorova drew around. The advantage for Rachel, though, is that it is behind the tee line. She does have access to the forefoot.
Yeah, it slipped to the center line, back 8. So she needs a good piece of the forefoot with her last. The two-time Canadian champion. And that will tie it at 1.
No, it's okay. All right.
Okay, Fry.
Oh, we can either play this.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah. Just like hack.
Yeah, no more.
Okay. I'll go back in here, Greg.
Yep, okay. Yeah, that should be good ice.
2 options here. You can play this hack weight, or you could even play a freeze down to it with the out turn.
I like the freeze. They are 2 down.
Well, John Morris, with that steal of 3 in the second, has a 4-0 lead. Nicholas Zedin's last, Kathy.
Looking for more granite to go.
Oh, no, look at that. It just guided it. That was one of the most curious things you'll see. He didn't move everything, but I tell you, the fact that his yellow stone moved forward prevented that red rock from coming in for shots.
Slowed it down.
Absolutely. Watch this. He'll get rid of 2. Now it comes along. No, you're not coming in here. I'm the shot rock. And he picks up the single.
Yeah, I would say so.
David went for that tough tap back, wrecked in the guard, and very little chance of scoring 2 now.
Clean. Yep.
All room.
Room. Yep. Room.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Yep. Hard. Stay
There you
hard.
go. That's what we're
Gotta
talking
go.
about. That's the new style.
Right up hard. Right up
Hands so
hard. Right up
low,
hard.
Cheryl,
Go.
right
Go, go, go,
over
go,
the
go, go, go.
heads.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, they get a lot of, I mean, you're probably talking 5-6 feet more distance with the way they sweep, if not more.
The Brush brothers, the Harndens, look at this.
Pounds per square inch, a lot of heat there.
Yeah.
Beautiful rock positioning again. That's exactly where Brad put it in the first end, or the second end to get the deuce. Really good position there.
Greg Drummond trying to follow him down,
Okay.
is
Yeah, trying to lock it on the corner there.
Line's good. Line's
It
good.
won't be shot rock.
here.
It'll be difficult to remove.
Line's good. Whoa,
Top
if you
4.
can. What about room?
Just to the
T-line.
end.
T-line? Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
They're by.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Room. Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's coming around everything.
Oh.
Look at that. And he's half a stone buried around a stone that it's in the top 8. More than that. Look at that.
That's unbelievable.
That's nice ice.
Yeah.
Well, you threw that a little bit there.
That one.
You think about that. That looks like it's maybe 16 inches past the top rock, and it curled
I tried
10.
not to throw it back. No, I was going on the basis that it was fast. It's got to be quick now. Yeah, surely.
Well, Ryan might take a run at the or Brad, their double raise there. He knows this spot. He threw exactly this shot in the second end.
Same way as last.
Canadian champion,
Little early if you can.
2013 gold medal winner,
No, line's
2014.
good.
Can't touch it.
Brad Jacobs.
Right off then.
hold it.
Right off
Can't
then.
touch it.
Stay close though.
Nope.
Can't touch it yet.
Nope.
Bumpy.
Okay,
Yep.
weight's good.
Bumpy. Oh.
Just lines.
Yep. Yep.
They got him again.
Yep. Yep.
They got him again.
Hard.
Yeah, just that little rub. Oh, look at that. It came back and sat right in the corner.
Good shot.
Good try on the call.
Yeah, it's going dead.
Even though
Dead
they
sideways.
did fracture on that red one, Cheryl, that was incredible judgment and communication with Ryan Fry. They knew it was a little heavy. They waited
No, it's not bad.
hair too long just to allow that to happen. Beautiful.
But look at, there was even in that last spin some
It's probably better
curl.
there.
It just bit and went right to the corner.
Probably just going to sit on top of the house and we got 3 again. So. Yeah, almost just
Okay,
a
it's
nose.
almost a nose then.
Top.
You just put it to the back. Yep.
Yeah, the nose tap will create a little bit of wall behind that rock. Be really tough to get rid of.
Need to be shot rock.
Oh, it was Greg there.
Jacobs will just put a cap on it.
Just like dead T-line?
Yeah, like try and tap it a little bit.
Yeah.
Pretty close to the way you played for.
I think
free up the
it's
yellow.
definitely there.
Yeah. Right in the nose, man.
Yeah. Just what you threw the last time down here.
Yeah.
3-1 is good. 5-1.
Probably back 8 weight just to get enough to, like you said, he has to be shot, so he has to throw enough weight to get it to move.
T-line! Line's good. Line's good. T-line! Line's good. Oh, needs to curl. Line close. Curl.
Line on line.
David Murdoch and his first.
Bump him back 4.
Close. Stay with it. Yep.
Line
Yeah,
on line.
hard.
Line on line.
Hard. Gotta go.
Andrews and Goodfellow now.
Right to the end. Hard, right to the end. Real hard.
Good.
Still leaves Jacobs the shot stone just
I thought we were going for the inside.
at the edge of the button.
Run it in for 1, right? Well, he'd be running it in. Yeah, it would have to only be for 1, right?
Might be. Yeah. Yeah.
You're thinking if he does that, right?
Maybe.
But then that's probably gone.
High guard on the center line now.
So we're just guarding the yellow, right?
Yeah.
On the center line?
Had to be shot rock.
Well, we got to
Lost
guard
the
the
sweep.
this. He might have that little tap for 2, but.
But if we're on the center line,
yeah,
we're
for
good.
sure.
Where do you want it?
Center line?
Okay, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Even
exactly.
higher than that.
That's a good
Fine.
spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
All because it's not shot rock. Put it in that area there. Even
That
you
looks
could
like a
cheat. You
lot
could
to
even
me,
get it
no?
over here a little
Think
bit,
that's
which
good?
makes the last
hairline.
shot for David Murdoch a little bit tougher.
Let the center line make him get
Try not to leave a port.
Make him draw a button, yeah.
I think even if you leave a hole, Brad, you can't
Make him draw
No.
the button. And we know the
Wanna be
problems
on this side
that
of
David
it, so he
Murdoch
doesn't
has
have
had
a
with
little
his
shot.
draw weight. That's good skipping, Cheryl, isn't it? They've
let's go.
identified, you know, David's normally an incredible drawer, but that's not his shot this week, so make him play it.
We talked about them scouting and the Team Canada coaches scouting, and this is something they will have picked up on, obviously.
I'm worried about an overcurl.
I'd like it to stop.
No.
It's got to stop, guys.
No.
Sit.
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 Sit down.
Sit. Sit.
It just falls off that line.
It's hooking bad there.
Yeah. Because of your hair
Squeak
tight.
by that.
Yeah, you still use.
Can he come by that
No.
top center tight enough with some weight?
I don't think it's mathematically there, but that's one of those sucker shots, isn't it? You tick the yellow, you go by and you give up a steal, or you go right by everything, give up a steal. It's
Like same weight.
Oh, yeah. Same
I
weight's
don't
good.
know if we're going to be shot with this one up here,
Yeah.
though. Because that's over half in the forefoot.
Unless you play a bit more weight and like extra half-tenth and try and
We can't nose. We have to roll this way slightly,
Yeah.
and then you need more weight to get this one out the forefoot.
yeah, here more
No,
weight and try and hope and save
I
this.
think that's probably this.
This is a draw at the bottom.
We're struggling to keep this if we play any more.
Yeah.
If you throw dead back 8, Dave, I think it's there.
You think?
To keep the
I
keep
don't
the
know.
one,
That's well.
I think it's there.
Because as you say, Greg, like
Your
you've
friend
got
is talking about coming down here and getting a piece of this, maybe even rolling over this way and getting that one. You can't because it's too buried. This rock's way too good. So I think really the prudent play would just be to play the straight draw. You give up another point here, you're in big trouble against a good hitting team. So just come down here. If you get unbelievable line, you might be able to tap that red one back enough for your 2.
It needs to curl, then go straight again.
I think if I'm coaching Europe, I'm happy with one here. Did you hear somebody say it needs to curl, go straight, and then curl again?
Because it did come down at the end.
Yeah, look at that red one. You can't throw any weight at that buried yellow one. It almost overcurled for Jacobs, but it did the job. Well, it's a real test for him now. Down by a couple. Jacobs sitting one.
Weight's pretty close.
Back edge of the button.
Very good line.
Nothing
Line on
from
the Greg.
Goodfellow, nothing
Line's
from
good.
Andrews. Drummond calling line.
Line's good.
Line on line. Needs to stop.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Should be close.
All
there.
on its own. All on its own and too far.
Okay, one.
Steal of one for Jacobs in 4.
One red.
The 2015 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Ford, proud partner of the Canadian Curling Association for over 20 years. The 2015 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of the Canadian Curling Association. And by M&M Meat Shops, frozen food at its best.
Brad Jacobs out of the Sioux Curlers Association gets 2 with the last rock in the second. Steals 1 and 4 for a 3-0 lead over David Murdoch. Ryan Fry is with Cal.
Ryan, we saw David Murdoch have some struggles with draw weight the other night against McEwen. It seems that you're trying to force him into that game. Is that the plan?
We're just trying to make shots out here, and it's turning out that way. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit. He's been very close this game, just off by that inch here or there. But we're just out here trying to make as many shots as possible.
We saw earlier today that the team really seemed to come as a team, not your team, but the Team Canada with the singles. What is it about the singles that brings everybody together?
It's hard because there's excitement on every shot, whereas in the regular games, sometimes there's not excitement to the skip shots or the third shot. So just because there's something with every shot that's being played out there, I think we rally around each other, and we had a ton of fun with it. We were happy to get out of there with winning 3.5 because normally we haven't been too great at the single side of it, so we'll take that as a victory.
Thanks, Ryan. Good luck.
No problem. Thanks, Cap.
An update for you as we check in on the other men's game on the ice. John Morris against Nicholas Edin as they play in 4. Edin getting his single in 3, down 4-1 and sitting shot rock at the back edge of the 4. So a chance here for John Morris to possibly get the deuce with a quiet come around tap. Morris out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, taking over the former team of Kevin Cooey, and they will be Team Canada first time ever at the Tim Hortons Brier, and that's a Team Canada kind of shot for a couple as they go to the break. Morris with a 6-1 lead over Nicholas Edin. Welcome back to Calgary, and you remember earlier we showed you Eve Muirhead and team trying to take this selfie. Click. This is the result of the selfie, and it's been tweeted out. Yep, finally did manage to master the selfie stick. And that's it. There they are on the bench. Pretty good, Eve. Where you go with it? Very nicely done. Canada with a 12-6 lead coming into this Friday night team play in that race to 30.5, which will determine the winner of this year's Continental Cup from the Mark and McPhail Center here at Canada Olympic Park.
Line's still good. Curling. It's curling quite a bit.
3-0. Brad Jacobs
it's over
leading
by a mile now.
Steal of 1 in the 4th. It means that David Murdoch will once again have the last rock. He has the hammer here in 5, playing the Yellowstones. Remember, they are only 8 end games, and if there are ties after 8, there is no extra end. They will split the point. Each of these games is worth 1 point.
I'm surprised at David calling the hit here. Like I think you're down 3 points. Just tap Brock's back and build a wall and some stuff for them to jam on.
Especially these guys are playing against. They're going to run that yellow one at some point in time, and
we're good.
There might not be any guards to hide behind.
No.
He's trying to roll in behind his own, is he not?
He is.
Okay. But you're saying ignore everything and just go there now,
or throw the second corner.
Oh, okay.
or tap it back. You know, you
Yeah,
just
if you
by
want,
throwing
yeah,
weight,
yeah.
you risk leaving it wide open like they did, or rolling out. All you need to do is start tapping some stuff back and building a wall.
And even at this stage, like you did hang around, now there's an angle double for it. And this team makes so many of these.
Okay, good shot.
Yep.
Halfway. Weight's good.
2.5. I
No,
think you're there, guys.
well wide just now, guys.
Scott Andrews.
Pretty tight. Really tight.
No.
Really tight's not good. If there's any angle here, it'll
Supposed to be in
give
there.
Team Jacobs a good shot at the double.
No.
Fuck, there's it.
Freeze it.
Wow.
Oh, not much you can do with it.
That would be really tight there.
Throw it up. It's the quickest the ice has been.
Get the shooter out of the way if we can.
The difference so far is not always like this, but the difference so far in the day, 2 days we've watched is Europe is really struggling with draw weight right across the board.
Clean.
Roll the shooter.
No, the shooter will stay right there.
And the tendency, if I can think back, has been mostly heavy. It seems like the tendency's been for them to be heavy on the draws. And nobody using their sweepers.
It's not necessarily the speed of the rocks either. I think it's such a great sliding surface that we produce in Canada here at all the arena events.
Back four.
You get to that hog line in a
Back
big
four.
hurry.
Good. Got room. Waist close. Just Greg. Back four. Greg only. Waist close. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Line only. Yep. Waist good. Whoa.
Stop
Yeah,
dead.
looking as if it caught something.
That's a shame.
But again, it's also that slide path, right?
Yeah, fifth end though, you wouldn't think.
Okay.
You wouldn't
Nope,
think.
nope, nope,
Ryan
nope.
Fry.
Nope. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I heard an uh-oh.
Not happening.
Wow, that's an uh-oh.
We've covered a lot of Brad Jacobs games. I don't remember Ryan doing that all last winter. Could have hit 3/4 that and made it too. It wasn't like it had to be thin.
I got to score like a 20. Yeah.
A Fry fan?
5 will be close to me.
Yeah. Stop it! Just here. Line's
The
good.
only
Line's
unfortunate
good.
part here now is a good chance to
Line's
sit
good.
two,
Gotta
but
go.
everything's
Yeah,
going to be in the rings.
yeah,
There's not going to be any
good.
long guards, and there will be 3 more attempts at a double here.
Hard for line. Line's perfect. Hard for line.
Not much you can do about it, Cheryl.
Hard line, guys.
No, they
Real
just,
good.
you know, they're not
Real
able
hard.
to get their guards up. And like you said earlier, to throw the second guard might have been the plan.
They did well there just to avoid the little quick, tuck the little corner behind.
Normal?
What did he say?
Normal.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up.
Okay, Schmitz. Good throw.
It is one of the unique things about the game and the delivery, and when you see somebody like Ryan, you know exactly where he's from, right? So you can take, it's that old thing about you can take the boy out of Manitoba, you can't take Manitoba out of the boy. I mean, it's just, that tough delivery
Going open side, any good.
is just unique. You see it elsewhere, but particularly with Manitoba-born curlers.
I watched the junior final this year too, and there's still a lot of that. And it's still happening too. It's not like it's going away. And Why not? You know, Jeff Stout, Kerry Burtnick, Vic Peters. It goes on and on and on. Some great players.
They imitate their idols.
Nice, but
I saw a picture of Ben Hebert before this event started because he's sparing for McEwen's team, and he was practicing the tuck so he would fit in.
Same throw.
Okay.
Just like tuck and edge.
Okay.
If we can.
Nice position on the last one. Craig put in there. It was just not deep enough to play the run double and not high enough to leave it wide open. They just tucked an inch or two.
Yeah.
Real nice.
3.
No line. No line.
Line's good. Gotta go, wait. Gotta go.
Yep, getting better. Hard. Hard, boys. Gotta go.
3.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
The right way to miss, if you're going to miss when you're down, is short here.
Draw weight's a puzzle, isn't it? It's just a puzzle for these guys.
You know, I wonder with Europe, you know, they've had to travel a lot further. Maybe travel's a little bit of an issue. It's just after Christmas. They've been off. They get on a plane, come over here, and could be a little bit, but you'd think they'd be starting to figure it out by now.
You don't want to beat them up, but they're not first timers.
No.
You just would think they would know.
Top 4, full 4.
Yep.
Nice chance to turn this around now. Just sink one in there, top 4. Brad's weight's been dead on. Just throw it 27 feet light and let the guys take it.
Yeah, that helps, huh?
Great feeling.
Where is it? Top 4.
Wait only.
A lot of room right now.
Lots of room. Lots of room. Lots of room. Lots of room. You can wait. Let it curl.
You gotta
Let it
go in the
curl.
back
Let it
one.
curl.
You gotta go in the
Skip
back
Stones.
one.
Line's gonna be okay.
Right there.
In this fifth,
You gotta go.
Jacobs and
Line's
his
good.
first.
You gotta go soon.
EJ.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Right to the tee line and
A
covered.
little heavy. Not bad.
Shot, T.
How do you, Cheryl, break that funk of not having the draw weight? I mean, you just keep throwing until you finally figure it out?
You do, or, you know, I think the big thing is a team, when you've played together long enough, there's lots of cues, and your team, a lot of times when I'd be struggling with draw weight in a game, your player would, or your sweepers would notice, you know what, you're coming out really hard and you're pulling back, and so just come out and add a little. And they see, they've watched you slide out of the hack so many times, they usually can pick up on what it is.
Because I know if you're playing down the line, if you're in that lead or maybe second position, Russ, you can, if your player is struggling, you might play around that struggle. Try not, but at that skip position, you can't.
Yeah, it's hard to hide.
T-line.
Cheryl's very true. It's, you can't have feel if you drive out too hard because you're taking something off. When you think of shooting a free throw, there's an extension when you let that basketball go. The ball rolls off your fingertips, but you're extending, you're accelerating. No different than a putt, the shortest putt in the world. You're still accelerating. That's how you get your feel.
No.
Well, and whatever the struggle may be, whether it's draw weights or you're turning your in-turn or whatever it is, that's where the team has to kind of get together and say, you know, I'm seeing this over top, or I see this as a sweeper, and you have to talk a little more. But the problem is the person that's struggling doesn't want to talk to anybody.
I like the
That's
hit roll
difficulty.
inside. Can't do this. You know what I mean? What if we just heavy draw?
Like, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
You know?
we can easily
Like you can see
up.
the whole
Keeping
thing.
you updated that Anna Sidorova picked up 1 in 4 to take a 2-1 lead on Rachel Holman. Rachel Holman does have the last rock playing
Nose
5.
and jam, it's 3. We're playing to make it. Wait, no, how's he get 2? I guess he could come to that for 2, probably.
Not if we guarded.
Just thinking about the scoreboard, like if we go hit like that and stay here, that's a double for 3.
You can also try to throw it hard and take it off thick. And
We can also throw a guard and say, how do you get 2? Like, I don't think.
He's got this double for 2.
Well, the scoreboard, the way this Brad's worrying about double jamming
3.
here.
Yeah.
If he ever flares that at all, that's
But he's got
2.
this for 2. Oh, he's got this for 2 as well. I like this all day personally, because
Like
you don't have to flirt with this. It's carving in there. Take a peek, Brad. Go see how much you
buried
can
a
see.
piece, right?
Barely.
If you guys like going for it, then that's fine.
I do.
All right. All right.
I love that
Okay,
shot
back
right
ring.
there. And if
Back
you're
ring,
deep
yeah.
enough, if you've got the line, you just bump that yellow one back a little bit, and David's in extreme trouble. Less risk that way. You don't want to play with that guard with some type of hit.
Play this.
Not difficult shot.
Just tap it a little bit.
I don't think so.
Try to roll underneath.
Back,
Well,
yeah,
we
back
talked about
ring.
that in the opening. Just shut that forefoot
ring.
down. Don't you know? Don't give him as much to draw to.
Well,
Trust it, throw it.
he said, I want to play this.
More than what I put down.
I want to
You think
play the
that's good ice?
scoreboard.
That
But
looks
has he been talked out of it?
Here, lass.
No,
Or is he going to play the guard?
No, I think it's kind of his wish here, because they talked about playing that yellow double, and they're worried about double jamming, and then the guard comes into play, and you reckon the guard, you open up the Canadian rock, and it is a shot for 3, and that would be nuts with a 3-point lead. So I like this. I think I could even take more ice and play a draw, even if you freeze to the face of that. How do you get 2?
So he's coming right into where you thought.
Back line, almost
Heavy
half.
draw, I think,
Half.
Vic. And
Okay.
try to take enough ice that you don't wreck. You cannot wreck
No,
here.
no.
So play a soft enough weight that you might get enough curl
Whoa,
here.
whoa,
Hopefully
whoa.
roll underneath.
I don't know.
The Harndens are back right away.
Curl a bit.
I don't know.
Yeah, left the double.
Yeah, double for 3.
Almost.
He was worried about that.
Yeah, I think all they were really trying to do, and that's why I thought they would just play a softer weight, because it was more about rock positioning. Yes, you'd love to move the yellow one, but they could have rolled to there, or not even moved the yellow one. It's a tough shot for 2. Now there's a chance here, and where does this red one go? If he gets it thick enough, it might go across the top here and actually score 3.
But didn't he say earlier, wasn't his first thought, Cheryl, that Brad wanted to leave it higher, a higher guard, and say, now you try and get 2. I mean, to think about how he would get the 2, he'd have to get a sliver of that button.
They did. They talked about the guard as well. I think they went through a lot of different shots. You know, the guard does the same thing as even coming down and freezing on it. It kind of shuts down the forefoot. The risk with the hit is you don't get the roll or the tap that they played.
Half a rock's good, eh? Back half.
He said, fellas, if you want me to play this, do you feel? I mean, he deferred to the others.
Yeah, good point, Vic. And you see where the red one is now? If the yellow hadn't been moved, if you'd told him to draw at that, not move the yellow. Yes, Murdoch gets 1, but that's it.
You're not saying the double's in for 3.
Just there, but.
Like a control or.
Well, if you catch it in 3 quarters,
I just don't want to get it too thin, but
you've got more room for error, I suppose.
yeah.
You want to play normal? Yeah. Just normal. You've got a chance. Yeah. Yep. Normal. You need that 3 quarters.
A little worried about playing soft weight and hitting it too thin, and then it doesn't roll that top rock far enough, or too thick and leaves it there, which would be a disaster. So this is a much easier way to make the double, but he might not save the thrown rock.
Normal.
Oh, I think you'd take 2, wouldn't you?
Yeah, great
Whoa.
point.
Whoa.
Final stone. What's it going to be? 2 or 3? Oh, it's got to spill. It's got to spill a lot more than that. Oh, and it just goes enough. It moves just enough for 1.
Yeah.
So Murdoch is on the board. Boy, it looked really tasty. 2, maybe 3. He gets only 1. Updates for you. Team play on a Friday night at the Continental Cup. Let's start off with Nicholas Sedin as he plays John Morris. Kathy, 1, 2, 3. And is that biting on the edge there?
It's hard to tell, but for Nicholas Sedin, he really was set up well. But John Morris on his last one made a great run double. and really took the wind out of his sails. All he has now is the draw for the single.
You can tell, boy, that body language is someone who's not very happy with his game, is it?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what? He's had some chances, but he's made some high-risk shots, and they've not worked out.
I mean, to walk over to the bench and talk about it, and know everything's around the edge, but they still have to drag it to the 8. There's the single. And it's a 6-2 lead for John Morris after 5. On sheet B, the only women's game on the ice. Anna Sidorova against Rachel Homan out of the Ottawa Curling Club. And Homan sitting 1, center line top 4. Final stone on the way.
And this end really was all Sidorova on Rachel's first one because it was a sea of yellow. She elected to go around, did get shot. Sidorova tried to play off her own, hit it too thick, and so in her own way, Rachel's had the chance to score 2.
Emma Miscue calling line. Lisa Weigel on the left. Joanne Courtney on the right. And there's the draw for 2. And for the first time in the game, Homan has the lead 3-2 over Sidorova. Everything's in focus on this second day of the World Financial Group Continental Cup. And we've been discussing here during the commercial break, Brad Jacobs with a 3-1 lead, and he has the last rock back. And so he has the hammer playing the Redstones here in 6. I suggested to you that Jacobs got away with one there. That could have very easily been a tie game now.
Yeah, I think so too, Cheryl. You could have blown the freeze there. It's easy from up here. He was trying to do everything. He was trying to tap it back, roll buried. And sometimes when you're that great, you try to make everything, and it really did leave a shot for 3.
He did.
T-line! Line's good.
He rolls another inch or 2. We're not talking about it, but the freeze would have been such a simple shot.
No bump. Yeah, no line yet. Pretty big right now. Yes, back 8 almost there. Almost right through.
Another one. Hey, they can't buy one.
Let's take a look at the numbers after 5. And this is like an old-time Scottish team with lots of great hit numbers. 15 hits, 100%. Struggling, obviously, with their draw weight at 74%.
Yeah, I mean, you typically see Murdoch play a more offensive style of game and also be successful at it, but they're struggling with the draw weight, and they're actually having to go away from the offensive style.
The numbers are brought to you by M&M Meat Shop's frozen food at its best.
Take a good 5 feet off then.
Give me a hair more 5 feet off.
That's more.
Yeah, I think we need it. Still throw it the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was real good. T-line! I don't think it's much less. No. 5-4. Line only. No. Small tap. Same as the last. Back 8. Same. It's a hair less, but...
Dreaded bounce off again. He's to sit.
Come down. That's better, Scott.
Good shot.
Is there any... You got to play that. Yeah.
They're all dead. Yeah. Just off on your side, eh, Fry? No.
Got across it. Yep, I don't know.
E.J. Harnden.
Thought you threw that pretty close.
And he'll leave the shooter just off center line.
Line's tricky.
Shot stone belongs to Murdoch and Team Europe.
Yep.
And you really start to see a spread in the percentages between the teams because one team is playing hits and run backs, and now Murdoch's team is forced to be more precise, and their shots are a lot tougher.
Degree of difficulty goes right off the charts. Brad was mad at himself there. He just yelled down, nice throw. It's tricky, and you alluded to that yesterday down that line. When you're a right-handed curler, when the broom's outside on the little on the out-turn side of center, you're coming across the line because your hack isn't in the center. The hack's on the left side of the line. So no matter how good your delivery is, you're coming across that line. It's floating out a little bit as you let it go.
2.5. Line's good. Okay. Good. Good shot.
Ah, sorry, mate.
Half a rock. Yep.
Clean.
Well, clean, yep. Well, good.
Half a rock. And gets them both and loses the shooter too. Ryan Fry.
Same throw, Greg.
Yeah.
No choice. You have to keep guarding that shot stone.
2.5. That was slow. It was sliding slower though. Line's a little wider.
Line's good. Line's good, guys.
Line will be good.
2.
Yep. Hard.
Get to the line. Oh, we're good.
Good. Nice shot, Greg.
Yeah, I was sliding
Greg
slower.
Drummond.
Yeah, good.
I was thinking about trying to pick this one off.
We forget the experience. You talk about David so often, but we forget about the experience of Drummond and Andrews, Goodfellow, and their time with Tom Brewster, and their world trips and 2 silver medals with Brewster, and then the decision made to let Brewster go and Murdoch take over the team.
Interesting dynamic there, isn't it? David came in to be on the team, and he was third for a while, and then they kind of alternated Skip with Brewster, and then one of the 3 guys out here on the ice now had to sit out every game, and next thing you know, Tom wasn't playing much, and they made that tough decision on the way to Sochi to have David skip this team.
Resulted in a silver medal, of course.
25
that's the Scottish program.
Pretty slick in the
It looks real
I was
good.
reading an article today in one of the Scottish newspapers, and they're struggling too with the complaint is that the current setup is funding only the elite player, and they're losing players at the more recreational level and those who want to progress.
2.5.
Yeah, it's a big issue, isn't it? Because you want to keep the Eve Muirheads and the David Murdochs winning medals for your country, which also creates funding. But you end up with no depth that way.
Silver medalist, 2 world championships, and then of course the 2-time world junior titles for David Murdoch. That one in '96 was just up the road in Red Deer with James Driver. 9 events on the tour. He's played a lot this year. All these players for Scotland are fully funded by the UK sport.
The good news is we've got
Yeah.
You could argue too, Vic, 9 events right after the Olympic silver medal and all the commitments that David and team would have, and a lot of his events are over here, and it's a long drive.
Back 12. Yeah.
See, Brad hangs on to the end of the handle a little more than some of the curlers. It's the middle of his hand isn't quite in the middle of the handle, which allows him to get more rotation.
Close. Nope. Back 12.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Hard.
Whoa.
Curl.
Great late finish.
What a beauty.
To sit 2.
He could have done that exact same thing last hand. Not move the Murdoch rock as far. That yellow one's now a problem for Murdoch.
I don't think he can get to a spot that we can't just play the exact same shot.
It's a soft tap. Set up the wall. That's brilliant.
Yeah, this is quick lightning.
That's the other thing that has got them a little fooled. I've heard that a couple of times now, Cheryl. It's just lightning. It's as fast as it's ever been.
Back 12?
Yeah, it seems they've found some spots. It's a little bit streaky to them. They talk a lot about weight. They're maybe not throwing by feel as much anymore. It's gotten kind of technical to throw draw weight for them.
And when you brush down that one side, we played a lot of interns here. This side could get a little bit cooler, a little bit slower here.
Yep. Hard line, still there.
Andrews, good fellow.
Hard line. Real hard. Hard line.
That's exactly what happened.
Hard, boys. Oh.
I would throw this out to you, Vic, that was similar weight to Brad's, which was actually back 4, but just
good.
different pass.
It was good.
No. You almost take more than just coast.
What was your draw to the button? Jeez. We took there for draw to the button. Even there, I think.
The obvious frustration for David Murdoch.
What's the tee? Brad's won't move like Dave's, though.
No, the Brad's will do the same as mine. Sweep for the tee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, Brad.
Let's go, Brad. Yep.
Brilliant shot by Brad on his first one.
Okay, lots of line. Lots of line. Just put it on the tee. Put it on the tee. Lots of line.
Line's good.
Felt like it was there to me.
Line's good. It's got to curl
Sitting
a bit.
two.
We can wait. We can wait.
No, it's got to curl.
No,
Trying
heavy.
to put a lock on it here.
Curl.
Curl.
In
Curl.
6.
Trying.
We can't touch it.
Curl.
Cut.
No.
And come across. How nice is that? Wonderful. Brad Jacobs draws for 3 in a 6-1 lead. Now let's quickly go over and check in on John Morris as he plays Nicholas Edin. Kathy?
Well, Nicholas Edin went around that stone, the red one at the top. There is another stone behind Pat that you can't see. And so this is the pick-out shot for 2.
Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Carter Rycroft, Nolan Thiessen. At Simmons, and away it goes. And there they are, 1 and 2 more. And 8-2 Morris, who had been struggling coming in, lack of playing time. Hoped that this Continental Cup would get him fired up for the Brier. It's time now for the M&M Meat Shop's Final End Challenge. After the game, go to finalend.ca, enter the secret word for a chance to win an all-expense paid trip for 2 to the 2016 Brier to be played in Ottawa, and it includes tickets, hotel, airfare. First 100 entrants will have a chance to win a $50 M&M gift card, and all participants will get an M&M discount. It's finalend.ca, the secret word after the game. Well, we talk about David Murdoch struggling with his draw weight, but no such problem for Brad Jacobs. This is a beauty.
Okay, lots of line.
We talked about it in the break. Everything was down the intern side. You warm it up with all that wonderful brushing. It gets greasy. So then you decide the ice is getting faster. It fooled Dave Murdoch. It did not fool Brad Jacobs, the team. What a brilliant shot.
For 3, and it's a key shot brought to you by Scotty's, Canada's favorite brand of facial tissue. On a Friday night to complete day 2 of the World Financial Group Continental Cup from Calgary and Calgary Olympic Park. 6-1, Canada leads. And right now, Canada leading on all 3 games. So that would be 3 more points. They come in here, if it stays this way, of course, come in with a 6-point lead over the Europeans.
T-line, back 4.
Yeah, just T-line.
Line's good. Yep.
I know down 5 points in women's, you might have a little bit of hope, but down 5 points with Jacobs' teams throwing,
They're not good.
It's hard to look at.
Hard, guys. Good.
Small what?
Bump. Give it a bump.
Well, let's check in on the game between Rachel Homan and Anna Sidorova. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4 reds all around the edge of the 8-foot final stone on the way from Anna Sidorova. The 3-time or two-time Olympian. She was in Vancouver playing for Ludmila Privkova. Went 3 and 6, had a very disappointing Sochi, and then responded with a bronze medal at the Worlds in St. John, New Brunswick. Final rock in 6. Might need that backing, and she does, and that'll be the single to tie it at 3. And if it should result and stay that way, of course there are no extra ends. That would be a 1-point split, half point for each.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Wine's good.
We're all there for weight. Well,
stay with it.
You have to start thinking too, Vic, in the Sidorova's case, they're tied, but they're way down on the totals. Europe against Canada, so you might take some chances and try to pull out that full point. And you keep tying isn't going to do you a lot of good.
Like into here?
Yeah, they're probably the only team that has a chance to do it.
Right, yeah.
6-1 in our game. 8-2, Morris ahead of Adine.
Good.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. You missed an intern hit earlier, which is uncharacteristic. But you don't see too many of those out turns missed.
Yeah.
You talk about Morris's team. It's nice to see them, and I think this is the start of their build towards the Brier as Team Canada, and get the momentum on their side. And you know, the carrot's a lot closer for them now as opposed to earlier in the year, and they had a lot of other commitments. So it's exciting for them, and I'm sure they're looking forward to the Brier.
Back 8. 10.
Oh, close. Yep.
Greg Drummond.
Yep. Hard.
10.
Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Okay. This Markin MacPhail Centre is part of a wonderful building here, Canada Olympic Park, home of Hockey Canada. 3 other rinks. When we walk by, figure skaters are out there. Kathy is with some Canadian Olympians who are making full use of this wonderful facility.
Well, they are, and 2 of the Olympians to my left, both Rebecca Johnson, Haley Irwin, 2-time gold medalists, both Sochi and Vancouver, met with Brad Jacobs when they were in Sochi. So we feel like we're in your building, so thank you for sharing. Tell us about your meeting with them and your passion for curling, if you have any.
Well, we first met them in Sochi at the Olympics, and just kind of in the athletes' lounge, you got to meet all the different athletes and the different teams and stuff. So it was neat to kind of interact with them, and they came to some of our games and we came to some of theirs. So it was just kind of a good experience to be able to meet all of them and just become friends with them and be able to see them afterwards. So.
Haley, this team, the Brad Jacobs team, has really put curling on the map as being an athletic sport. Does it surprise you what you know about curling and then seeing how fit this team is?
These guys are all about the gym. We always bug them that they're always doing bicep curls and all that, but no, they really have put curling on the map, and you know, they're great athletes. And you know, once you get to know curling, you start to understand the game more, and you realize that you know these guys are athletes.
Well, another ice sport, of course, is figure skating. And Paige, you also met them at the Olympics. You're a Prairie girl. Were you a curler at any point?
Back in elementary school, we actually used to have a curling rink attached to our little tiny school, so we used to curl, but I wouldn't say that I'm a curler by any means.
How do you meet teams at the Olympics? What is it about just going up to people that you don't know to say hello?
I think that's the best thing, apart from being able to compete yourself, is meeting the other athletes that you're there with, representing your country with. And so I found myself, going up to anybody that was wearing Canada clothing and just introducing myself. And these guys, they were very receptive and very fun to hang around with. So I found myself, hanging out with them quite a bit.
Thank you very much, and thank you again for sharing your building.
If I hit an inch on this side, you just missed
It is. It's a gorgeous facility. It's 500,000 square feet. This everyone talks about Olympic legacies. What will the legacy be of an Olympic Games? Well, here in Calgary, it's this particular park. And, of course, the speed skating oval at the university, that's there. But this facility in particular that houses Hockey Canada, and 4 arenas, including this one with 3,000 seat. And there is of course, the ski jumps outside. There's the bob and luge runs, and right inside here, they actually have an indoor facility where the bobsled pushers and sledders can actually try and practice their push-offs. It's a wonderful complex. So congratulations, everybody at Canada Olympic Park.
Hard.
And a World Junior Hockey title.
Hard.
Yes, and then another banner I'm sure will be going up pretty soon on the walls here of this arena. Well, as you might expect with David Murdoch's struggles at 57% overall, and then I didn't mean to chuckle, David, I apologize, 32% with his draw weight. It just tells you everything you need to know, Cheryl.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a struggle for him. They're trying to figure out, just hasn't been working, and now they're being forced into that type of a game, and shots aren't just coming for him.
Player numbers are brought to you by Ford, proud partners with the Canadian Curling Association for 21 years.
That's going to take a crack at this thin double. Cannot miss wide. You need to make some noise before Ryan can yell brush, but it's there.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
Both.
Well played in by the Murdoch team to salvage the shot for 2 here.
Good speed down here. Just what you can throw is good.
Through here, eh?
Yeah.
You talk about this Canada Olympic Park and wind sport, it just keeps providing more and more opportunities for athletes. It builds the depth in our province, in our country. It's such a great thing, especially for people that live locally here, to have access to all this training facilities.
And then, of course, there are ski hills here, but the bigger hills, Nakiska, out in the Banff area, they're not that far away. It's an open draw for 2. And no mistake. A couple for David Murdoch in 7. Down by 3. It certainly doesn't do much for the frustration. Look at this. Not only on the board, but on the skis now. The half pipe here at Canada Olympic Park. Pat Russ is a crazy guy. Well, let's check in on the game between John Morris, Nicholas Edin. And it's been struggles for Edin, of course, and a couple of stones sitting there for John Morris.
This shot, this is a really cross-house double, really thin, but desperate times. It would bring 2 into play.
Oh, look at that. Now he just needs to hang on. And it just spills too far. So settling for the single 8-3, Morris leads. And now it's time for the M&M Meat Shop's Final End Challenge. And the secret word is stakes. So right after the game, go to finalend.ca and enter that secret word stakes for a chance to win an all-expense-paid trip for 2 to the 2016 Brier in Ottawa.
Whoa, nope, more line. Close. Nope, yep, nope, yep. Whoa, yep. Hard. Whoa.
Curl.
That's twice. The reason that's so much harder is you want to throw your thrown rock a little harder, because if you hit half that yellow, you certainly don't want to roll for center guard. So they're just trying to, a little bit of laser eye surgery there, just to tick it as thin as possible. Good try. Great throw.
Well, players don't throw the tick to the wings very often. No, that's not such a natural throw.
You rarely see that.
Greg.
David's got the 2 guards, but nowhere near the forefoot.
Come on, stay in here.
It'd be great if he had a hammer.
Go hard, go. Keep going, Greg. Go. Good. Okay.
See,
Which turn? It doesn't matter.
you can play the double off the other one.
That's what I was thinking.
You can play the double, Brad. Sit and double.
Interesting here. This game is almost a full end behind. Everyone else is into the 8th. Final stone for Rachel Holman.
Just really trying to blank Vic. They had that big discussion Team Canada did earlier in the day. Oh boy, that was close, with Randy Furby about wanting to make sure they have Hammer coming home.
Boy, you and I were just almost. Did you hear that? We
No, don't say the word. Don't
our
say the
O's
word.
together. We were just.
Charge.
So it's a 3-3 tie, and it will be Rachel Holman with the hammer coming home, and it's over. John Morris wins 8-3 over Nicholas Hedin. And so that's one more point for Team Canada, who came in leading by 6.
We're almost needing them to like kind of stick it and keep another one.
Keep another one in play.
Like we go
around, they peel that, they get an open net.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You play this out. Brad keeps peeling guards. You might see David bury another one. A peel comes on. You draw for 3. It's still a wide open hit to win. So they've decided to throw a second guard, hoping for a nose hit or another flash.
You guys ready? And we're going that way. Okay?
I think you're there.
2.5. Tight.
I think you're there, guys.
Bring his face through it.
Halfway.
Mike, Mike.
Yep. Okay.
Try it again. Have to get the guard, but if you can brush it properly, try to get the one in the rings too.
Went under it.
Hard to do that.
Oof. Both ways.
Give it to me this time. Yeah, give it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have missed that.
Nothing.
That close. That close.
EJ takes so much pride in those. It's not enough to get that top one. He wants them both. Close.
Greg Drummond.
Line's good. Yep. All right, boys. Good job.
Good, Greg. Good.
That's what you do see, though, in the top teams. They take pride, even when they're up, and it may not be as important. They want to still make them perfect, and that's why they're where they are.
Whoa, yep.
No! What do you say?
Gotta be. Yeah.
Scott's that down more than I thought.
Frank him down, eh?
No, I thought it was
Just into the side path.
Yeah.
Look at that scoreboard. We talked about David's struggles. He did have one tough try to score that 3 in the 5th and to tie the game.
5-4.
Just took a hair too much ice.
Line's good. Room just now. Get it here. Get it here. Go for weight.
Gotta go.
Line's really good.
Hard, guys.
Line's
Line's
perfect.
good. Come on. Go. Hard.
Trying to get back 8 here.
Go.
Good scrub.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Guess what? The World Financial Group Continental Cup is going back to Las Vegas. What happened in Vegas is going back. Make your plans for next year January 14th to the 17th at the Orleans Arena. It was record-setting last year. And if you missed it, you missed a wonderful time in Las Vegas.
That's great news. That'll be sold out in minutes, I think. I really do. They sold it last year, Vic, first time there.
It was close. It was pretty close. Took a lot of people by surprise. The curlers had a wonderful time. Anyone who attended.
Waist good. Line's good. Top 4 T line.
No choice but to get it buried now.
Right in the T. Deep's good. Low. Yep. Line's good. Scott only, guys. Got room. Scott. You can switch and go. Yep. Go. Get it deep as you can. Yep.
He wants to take this right back so he can draw another one down on top of it as deep as he can.
Remember, it is Brad Jacobs that does have the last draw. He has the hammer here on this 8th.
You can see a piece of that back one, but that is the danger. If Brad ever went for it, flashed it, David loops another one in, you've got a tough shot. Just make this go away. You've got a wide open hit.
Clean. Shot.
And go away it does. A lot on Brad's mind now, of course, with his wife Shauna. Expecting in the next couple of weeks. Mike McEwen, boy, this team has been just unbeatable. They'll see each other, of course, at the Skins game.
You're on for mixed doubles tomorrow.
That begins next week, next Friday in Banff.
I'll leave that energy for tomorrow.
Okay.
Same speed?
Yeah.
And it's bound to be a busy time with family around this Jacobs team. DJ's wife Rochelle is also expecting that.
Line's good.
Is in June.
Right in the T.
Take it.
Good.
Good, Dave.
Out turn, 0 ice. Keep the weight up. There's no use adding some curl to this one.
Lean it all the way.
Yeah, brushes down. You don't want to lose this with 3 in the rings. And away it goes. Europe will get 2 more. It'll go into the books, though, as a Jacobs win. And applause from Captain Randy Furby and Coach Rick Lang make the final. Jacobs wins it 6-5 over Murdoch, and that's another point for the Canadians. And so they've picked up 2 of the 3 points tonight, extending their lead in that race to 30.5. 1 more game to finish.
The 2015 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Very impressive. The gold medal winner from Sochi, Brad Jacobs, picking up the win 6-5 for David Murdoch. As we take a look at the game story, I think you both handicapped this pretty well. You talked about the Murdoch mystery of draw weight. He struggled in the 4th.
He really did. And then, of course, not helped by Brad making 2 beauties.
And then, of course, Jacobs, you said, you know, shut down that 4, and he had his draw weight.
He did, and I think they went out there and they wanted to force Murdoch to the 4 foot and make him do the draws, and he was missing them.
The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of the Canadian Curling Association. So just one game remains on the ice in a 3-3 tie. If it remains this way, and we would split the points. But it is Rachel Holman that does have last rock playing the Redstones. We're playing Skip Rock's first one was just played by Anna Sidorova as she covers her shot rock sitting top 8.
Can't really get to it, I don't think. Sorry? It's too tight, I think, to come around top it. Okay.
There is a little angle here, and Rachel can throw it as hard as anybody in the women's game. Peels the shot, but you could try to hit 90% of it, get the yellow and going away, and roll your thrown rock over a foot or so. A little bit of danger.
Feels good.
Even if you nosed it, it's that much higher away from the forefoot.
Exactly.
I think it's worth taking the chance. Just can't miss narrow and roll to the center line. That would be ugly.
Yep.
Holman in her first.
So close.
Out of the Ottawa Curling Club.
Roll it off.
And rolls it away.
Good throw.
As close as I was going to risk it.
Yeah.
Two choices now. You can, 3, I guess. You could guard it, leave Rachel the forefoot, tap it, and give her the double. Or you could split the rings. You could go to the side of the 4 and make Rachel either draw or hit one of them, and maybe even have to roll in.
It looks like they're leaning to the tap.
Or the straight guard.
I'm not sure what the ice that they have.
I don't think she liked that suggestion.
A lot of times this decision is based on has the opposition skip had their draw weight. And if they haven't, you know, the guard's probably good enough. If they have, you probably need to shut down the forefoot a little more by playing the tap.
Well, Rachel Holman has thrown 5 draws and she's been 100% on the 5.
So the tap makes sense.
Sweep, sweep, sweep. Давай, 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 давай.
Good shot. It shrinks that scoring area a little more. Well, the Rachel Holman of 2 or 3 years ago would throw the double here all day. She's improved in this finesse game so much. You like to see this.
About that same speed then.
Yeah.
Real quick here now.
Sorry?
Real quick here.
Yeah, you bet. Should have thrown. You got it.
Curl's big.
Okay.
Full forefoot. Full 4 for the win. And a clean sweep on this Friday night of team play.
I think this call is all about your confidence in your draw weight. If you've been making them all, throw the draw. If you've been struggling with draw weight, make the shot you're going to make. So maybe the double would be it.
And the double's not that tough.
No.
Lisa Weigel on the left. Joanne Courtney
Yep.
on the right. Heads down, heads up, heads down.
We're there.
This is a draw to the forefoot for the win. Emma Mitskew calling line. We're there, we're there. The applause from the crowd. We're there, we're there. They are for the win. Holman will win it over Sidorova. And a clean sweep against the Europeans. They came in leading by 6. They pick up 3 more. A lead by 9 heading into Saturday's play.
The 2015 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of the Canadian Curling Association. By Ford, proud partner of the Canadian Curling Association for over 20 years. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
So Canada with a very, very good day. They swept the women's side of singles to extend their lead tonight with a sweep. 9 points in the race to 30.5 as we head into day 3. We'll join you again at noon Eastern time. It will be mixed doubles. And for the first time in Continental Cup history, we'll have a husband and wife team as we will feature Mike and Don McEwen. That's when we join you again on day 3. Europe against Canada. The World Financial Group Continental Cup from Calgary is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.